Hello, Life Message Adventure. I was really thrilled that you've been in the class the last 2 weeks, or maybe you just came last week, but I'm excited about you being a part of this adventure of seeking out and defining your life message. I know it's going to be really a great time for you guys, and so thanks for coming and being a part of that. Now, I wanted to remind you this week that you have some homework. And coming in next week, it's going to be really important that you have done this homework so that you're prepared for this exciting next class. So let me just remind you, you're going to be looking for clues that will help define and give you some language for your life message. And so we're going to look in specific places. So let me remind you of those places. One, you're going to look in your history. You know, what are the events, the kinds of things that took place in your life, decisions that you made during your history, or it could be your generational history or your personal history. Look in those places and find some clues that help define what you've become and where you want to go. The second is family values. You know, we hear our family values, I think, a lot more than we realize as we're growing up as children. And then as we mature as adults, we define some of our own family values. And so I encourage you to look in those family values and see how those things have made you who you are and help define your future. The third area are the battlegrounds that you've gone through. These can be painful experiences or just exciting experiences where you've taken on a challenge and you've gone after it, and sometimes you failed, sometimes you've succeeded. That really doesn't matter, because God wants to redeem everything in our life to help us understand who we are and where He wants us to go. So the battlegrounds of your life. The fourth area are the character qualities that you want to be known for. You know, we've been saying this: live today the way you want to be remembered. And so, you know, what are the things that just resonate so strongly in your heart, a character quality that you want to be defined as? So write those things down. And then the fifth area is the reoccurring scriptures. It's often that there's a passage in the Bible that continues to come up in our life. It could even be a generational thing where your family has passed it on from generation to generation. So take a look in those places. Also, your talents, your spiritual gifts, and your personality traits. You know, those are things that have been given to you. Some of those are just ways in which you can identify how God made you and then what that message would be out of those things. So adventure in those things this week too. And then the last is your personal prophetic words. And if you don't have one, then it'd be a good time to get one. So we'll maybe have opportunity to do that at some point. So those are 7 places that you can find clues about your identity and where you want to go in the future, the things that resonate inside of you. And so I'm excited for you to discover some of these things. Now remember that don't be afraid to look in, you know, the expected places, the unexpected places, familiar places, you know, even into things that have come to you from other people's fields of knowledge and of wisdom and those kinds of things. So look in all of those places, and even the places of clutter, the places where you know, the things gather and you've forgotten about them, or they're painful places or discouraging places. But all of those can be used because God has committed Himself to His children to make all things work together for good to those that love Him, called according to His purpose. And that's you. So I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 6:30. Come for the fellowship time beforehand, and then we'll get started at 7 o'clock. Now I'm going to have a few tools there that will help you formulate a phrase that can identify your family and your personal life message. So we'll help you all that we can this next week. It's going to be a great time. So I look forward to seeing you. Thanks for being a part of this class. You have a great day. Bye-bye.